thanks for joining us at this space this morning. We want to give you a talk on anti-aging from the inside out, and I'm Sara, an anthropologist and keto diet specialist, and I'm going to be taking over the nutrition and ancestral lifestyle side, and Nici is the founder of Nibu Burns, a beautiful skincare line that we're going to demo. So if anyone wants a makeup demonstration at the end, you can just say what. So what we're going to talk about is anti-aging. We know what it looks like, but what exactly, so it kind of feels like you've got joint issues or wrinkles, slowing down. What it really is the degeneration of cells and a proliferation of too many aging cells as well. So anti-aging is actually regeneration. It's not reversing aging, but you're just regenerating cells, giving them what they need through food, nutrition, movement, sunlight, good skincare, and removing the toxins that age and degrade us. And a lot of what I'm going to talk about is going to be quite contradictory to what you hear in the mainstream, which is often, kind of eat low fat, avoid meat, and things like that. So just keep an open mind, because we very much look to our ancestors for wisdom about how to be, how to eat, and how to live. And why would that be relevant? Well, when you look at, when you look at tribes, the last remaining hunter-gatherer tribes around the world, whether it's the Hazda, the Inuit, or the Maasai, their elderly are so much healthier than their Western counterparts, in terms of they don't have chronic diseases, diabetes and Alzheimer's. Yet in the Western world, we have all of these chronic diseases. We have more access to healthcare, medicine, and comfortable living, which suggests that maybe they're doing something that we can learn from. So we'll be looking at food from that perspective, and that promotes longevity, healthy lifespan, and mobility throughout all the ages. So to start with, I've talked a little bit about what aging is. But what kinds of foods feed us? The first thing I want to talk about is fat, saturated fat. That's one of the essential nutrients that we need for our brain, bodies, and skin. And when I say saturated fat, I mean fats that are solid at room temperature, but namely animal fats, because they contain other nutrients that we need for our animals as well. So I'm talking about butter, tallow, lard. The vegetarians, that's coconut oil and avocado oil and olive oil. And we need those, they're the basic building blocks for our brains, our bodies, and all the skin and tissues that we have. We can't make fat in our bodies. We can make as much glucose as we need, so we don't need carbohydrates as much as people say. So that would be the first thing. And Nici is a brilliant advocate of eating a high-fat, collagen-rich diet. Do you want to say what you eat?
Yeah, so probably for the last 15 years, my diet's been predominantly fat and good protein. 100% organic butter. I eat quite a lot of that daily. I actually put butter into a coffee. I don't know if anybody's heard of coffee. So I have consumed butter in my coffee for the last 10 years. And to enhance that for anti-aging benefits and for bone density and muscle, I add collagen powder into it. Then I will include collagen powder into avocado. So you've got your fats, and then you've got your collagen, and I'll add cacao powder, which is full of antioxidants, and make desserts, sweetened desserts with collagen. I eat lots of red meat, which I know is quite controversial to some people, quite frightened of red meat, but my meat consumption is predominantly red meat. So that my diet came from research on anti-aging when I was in my early 30s, and that's how I've lived for those years in vanity, basically vanity, to anti-age. So yeah, and well, there's probably avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil, everything I include in my diet most days.
And also bone broth as well.
Bone broth is really
so that moves on to collagen then. So what we need for, so when people get wrinkles, that's basically the breakdown of the collagen in your skin. And that happens through something called advanced glycation end products. And what they do, they're sticky proteins that when you eat too much sugar or carbohydrates, they build up in your skin and your bodies. And they literally break down, bind into the collagen collagen, feeding the collagen in your skin so it can repair and rebuild. If you have a low-fat diet and you're not eating animal collagen, then you'll get more wrinkles. So it's really, really important to either eat bone broth, bone marrow, like kind of bone cuts of meats and stews, or supplement with collagen. You can also get collagen that you can deny that. And that will literally regenerate the cells in your skin. So you'll notice a visible difference when you have collagen. There's two different types of collagen, namely, that you see in the market. There's vegan collagen, which I would avoid that because it doesn't actually have any collagen in it. So it's like a marketing thing, so stay away from it. It's vegan, it has to come from animals. So there's marine collagen and bovine collagen are the most common ones. Marine is mostly for skin, hair and nails, and bovine collagen is for joint tissue and muscle repair after workouts. So if you're worrying about things like arthritis, then bovine collagen is brilliant, and if it's for the skin, then marine collagen is excellent for that. And then I also want to talk about, well, as we talk about aging to do with DNA damage, and DNA damage also goes through to cancer as well. So when cells get sick and damaged, then they lose the danger too. So there are things that can help with DNA damage, and one of those things is phosphorophane. So if anyone's worried about cancer, there's enzyme. So that's a class 1 carcinogen from pollution, namely from cigarette smoke and exhaust fumes, and it's directly correlated with cancer. And when people who've been exposed to benzene eat sulforaphane, which again just usually cruciferous vegetables, cauliflower, broccoli sprouts, it detoxes benzene out of the system. And there are hundreds of studies where it shows it increases lifespan and reduces cancer risk. So it's an interesting one. So we're talking a little bit about the animal products that are good for you, but there are also some farm products as well which we incorporate into your diet. Broccoli sprouts being a winner when it comes to the superfood. Another one is one of the superfoods. Vitamin C supports your natural collagen production. And when you're looking at fruits and vegetables, dark ingredients ones, such as kind of habanero, beetroot, carrots, red bell peppers, things like that. The darker they are, blueberries, raspberries, the more antioxidants they have, and the less sugar they have. And again, through root vegetables, they're the most nutritious foods for the calorie density that you get. So whereas bananas and oranges are seen as like super healthy foods, actually they're mostly sugar and fibre. They don't actually contain that much vitamin C. So it's always, if it's dark and it's sort of native or seasonal to where you are, then it's likely to be much healthier. And your products contain lots of antioxidants as well. So Nici's going to talk through as to that a bit later. And then, so just in summary, when you're thinking about foods to eat for anti-aging, but just for healthy lifespan, think about what your ancestors ate. How did they move and live and how did they work with nature? Because those foods that are ancestrally consistent, we've evolved physiologically for thousands and thousands of years to eat those foods. So with your ancestors from the northern hemisphere, you're probably better on a diet that's high in fat, fish-based, animal fats, leafy greens, cabbages, and things like that, and then fruits in the season. And then if your ancestors are closer to the equator, you probably do better on tropical fruits and tubers and a high carbohydrate, low fat diet, because that's how we've evolved over thousands and thousands of years. So I'm not saying there's a one-size-fits-all diet. It really is dependent on your own ancestry and your lifestyle and where you're based, where you live today. So just on the back of that, the foods to avoid there, processed sugars, namely because then you're going to release advanced glycation end products into your body that cause oxidation in your arteries and wrinkles in your skin, and that's also directly correlated with type 2 diabetes and cardiovascular issues too. And then seed oils. Does anyone have things like rapeseed oil or sunflower oil in their cupboards? Everyone's good. So what you want to do is throw them out. They were designed as machine lubricants in the 1900s. They weren't designed for human consumption. They just started putting them on the shelves because they weren't actually very good at lubricating machines, but they were shelf life stable in cheap. But these fats are so oxidized through heat and other chemical processes that they don't actually even resemble a natural balance in the structure of these hydroxyl values. So when you have them, you literally cause oxidation inside your body that damages the arteries, that can then lead to atherosclerosis and things like that, and free radicals in the system. They serve no purpose for human consumption at all. They're just for like wheeling machines. So throw them away and replace them with butter, like the things your grandmothers used. Those are the fats to be using, and they're the fats of longevity and healthy living. And even ghee is really good for your joints, moisture inside and out. So all these changes that you make on the inside will show on the outside as well, and your mobility. And then just a few processes. Has anyone heard of autophagy? Autophagy. So this is biological function that our cells do when we do intermittent fasting or have long periods without food. Does anyone intermittent fast? Yeah, you do as well, so do I. So intermittent fasting involves skipping one meal a day, but it has to be just elongating the period at which you don't consume calories. So you can eat the same amount of calories, but just in a shorter time. And what this does is it allows your body to regenerate. And as you starve kind of the body of energy, your healthy cells conserve energy for themselves, and they recycle sick and dying cells back into the system. So they're literally eating the bad ones up, so that then when you start eating again, you can regenerate new healthy cells. So it's an amazing process that really does, and all you have to do is shorten your eating window. And that, I guarantee you, is better than anything short. Because if you skip dinner and you just have water with herbal tea, the next day you look better, you reduce inflammation, and your body will have a chance to regenerate. So we're constantly eating, we're constantly processing toxins and digesting food. But when does the body get to regenerate your body growth? So that's like amazing on so many levels, and that's autophagy, that process. And another process that's really important for activation is detoxing, because we're surrounded by so many toxins that damage the DNA and our cells and weaken them. So you can detox by drinking water, by sweating, by losing the salt and moving around the lymphatic system. And another thing that really helps that is bottom wall therapy. So that optimizes your blood flow. So if you do some hot, you do some cold. Has anyone done any ice baths here or done an ice bath? That's amazing because it kind of trains you get hot, you get cold, and it increases blood flow through the body. Cells need oxygen to thrive, so you're just increasing your overall oxygenation. You can do that through breath work as well. And it promotes happy cells, healthy cells. That is regeneration as opposed to degenerative cells. And then mobility is so important. Keep moving. Pilates is excellent because there's no impact. Keep moving, keep mobile. Resistance training is more important because as you get older, you lose muscle density every decade. So it's even more important to do weights or body weights and less long endurance exercise because that's actually prone to easily impact on the joints. And then super important, probably one of the most important things is you want to keep your brain young. And there's a protein called BDNF, which is brain-derived protein. So you need to remember that. But what it does, it grows new synapses in the brain. And that's when you're learning new things, you're activating your brain to start learning. So if you learn an instrument or a language or start dancing, you'll be switching your brain out and growing synapses instead of shrinking them or getting them stuck. And so that's so you learn something new and you'll be keeping your brain young. And mindset, keeping a positive and open mindset to learning is super important. Well, they have purpose. When they look at the blue zones and kind of the oldest people in the world, the common denominator factor wasn't actually diet, it was being involved in their community, having purpose with helping the young ones grow and develop and kind of working on the land and looking after others. Because that signals to yourselves to have a reason to live and to listen longer. So in summary, eat like your ancestors, make sure you move, sweat, get on learning new things. And then under Nicci's makeover as a skin coach, she's silly. and Tali works with us as well, she's natural makeup.
Okay, so so my name is Nici. I'm the founder of Nibu Burns. I created the business 4 years ago, but for the last 15, 20 years I've been passionate about using natural products for skincare. Back 16 years ago I was diagnosed with lupus, if anyone knows it's an autoimmune disease. 4 years previously, a good friend had lupus and got a lupus. So when I was diagnosed with that illness, I went into fight or flight. Around the time I was diagnosed with lupus, I've become passionate about, or obsessed, should we say, about anti-aging naturally through food. And internally, it turns out that the foods that you eat for anti-aging are very similar to the foods that you eat for autoimmune, to keep it alive basically. And the research began there. Not long after I was diagnosed, I used to suffer with horrific blisters in the sun, and I've got Mediterranean blood, so I really take heat. But these blisters, it was after my first child, I started to get these blisters in the sun. So going through a long journey of appointments, not knowing what it was, I watched something on TV, and it was one of the doctors explaining that for people who suffer with prickly heat, which is very similar to what I had, the sun cream that we were buying and paying double amount for had a chemical in it that actually caused the blisters on your body. So that led me into researching what is harm products. So in products we have things like SLS, parabens, things that really mess up with our endocrine system, our hormonal system for women who are that age where our hormones need to be balanced. Lead, arsenic, things that can lead to Alzheimer's, aging quicker. So I went on a journey of discovering how I can use and not use anything. I stripped back and I began using lard for moisturiser, which didn't smell too nice back then. And then as time evolved and we had the whole coconut phenomenon back 10 years ago, I'd buy a tub of coconut oil, half a go in the kitchen, half a go in the bathroom, smother that all over me and I'd use that. Then I stopped liking the smell of coconut every day. I went on to MCT oil, that was quite expensive, and then I trained in holistic therapies and I learned about the benefits of essential oil. I began to add it all in, and then I came up with a serum that was anti-aging, chemical free. Played around with that for myself, and then by accident the business started 3 or 4 years ago, but we've gone internationally now. Throughout the journey of the business, I used to supplement with astaxanthin. Has anybody heard of astaxanthin? Okay. So astaxanthin is an algae. It's found at the bottom of the ocean. Fish that eat astaxanthin are then eaten by flamingos and salmon, prawns, and that makes them, that pigments the pink skin. So the supplements I had were liquid based in a gel capsule that I'd been taking for years. One day I had this idea of popping the astaxanthin pill, popping it in the serum, because I didn't want to wear makeup. I was looking at the ingredients in makeup and blushes and lipsticks and the toxins in lipstick, and we're consuming that every single day. I needed to change something. Autoimmune disease also I was really on the ball of keeping that up there. After following the type of diet Sara's just spoken about, I've reversed lupus. I believe I've reversed lupus with the protocol Sara has spoken about, mindfulness, meditation, being positive, the NHS related remission. That's been 8 years now with not a symptom, no hair falling out, no blisters, nothing. And I believe that's down to what I put on the body, what I put into the body. So the astaxanthin was popped into the serum, all for vanity reasons, and then I created a tint. And then from there, I learned that astaxanthin orally is amazing for anti-aging, for protecting the skin from within. So they call it an internal sunscreen. Externally, it can help protect from environmental factors. It's not a sunscreen, so you can't smother an astaxanthin and go in the midday 40-degree sun, but it does protect the skin. Astaxanthin is an antioxidant, so it's 6,000 times stronger than vitamin C, so it can help the DNA repair, cellular repair from within, and then protection from the environmental factors. So if you can see the colours in the body oil here, these different colours, this is all a different quantity of astaxanthin. As the business grew, I manipulated the product so I could make it into different shades, different tints, and then different shades, so we can use one ingredient that's been modified for a whole makeup range without one chemical, one preservative, nothing at all in it. It can actually make the sickest of people look healthy. My friend's mum last year was really ill. She was end of life actually, and she was in hospital and she was wearing all glow dark thing she was wearing, and the doctors were saying she looked so well. She had to stop wearing the serum so they could actually see how unwell she looked. And she did pass away a few weeks later, so she was genuinely not from the skincare, by the way. So that's how the business was born. So every single thing I put on my body has to be chemical free as much as possible. I know we live in a world where I'm still vain, so I still want to look good, and I might spray now and get a perfume, which is in the pipeline. And two, I wanted to give back to people and show people that you don't need to spend thousands of pounds on skincare. I was a marketing addict, and I paid £200 for Prendel years ago. And this is the new one it's going to make better than I did last week. But you actually don't. Stripping back is the most important. Going back to how we began. Wash your face with water. A simple cleansing, or you don't need to add layers and layers and layers to protect your skin. So we have a collection of different products here. We have added a collagen booster into the range, but again, when you're starting with natural skincare, start slow. They'll just try it out, try the small things out. Then you will see the difference in your skin. For us older ladies, you will notice, I don't know if anyone in the 50s like me, I don't want to talk to anyone, but our skin creases a bit, and when we put makeup on, it sits in there. So I didn't wear makeup for a long time, and obviously through lockdown no one had to wear makeup. And then I wore a really natural one, and when I put it on, my God. Yeah, it sat in places that it never sat before. So the beauty of the serum, you can have that tint. You're not going to get a full coverage like you would if you were getting your makeup done. But there are different colours to really change the tone and the colour and the texture of the skin, and then you can add on with the pops of colour. So you can go through the day, you can go to work, not wear makeup, but look like you're wearing makeup. And at the same time, we've got ingredients like rosehip oil, rosehip oil, wonderful for regenerating the skin, acne scars, rosacea. It's good for just calming that down. It's not going to get rid of rosacea, because that's something you need to do from within. I've lost my train of thought. So yeah, we have a whole range. You can go to work, you can look like you've made your face up, but actually you've got 100% natural ingredients. So we have day serum and one that we call Luna Glow, which has got pigment in, like natural mica powder, which is a natural mineral. So you can have pops of colour on your cheeks, eyes, lips, without having to spend a fortune. You've got one little pot, one little bottle that will last forever. We're actually doing a demonstration. Oh my gosh, amazing. Okay, so we're going to do a demonstration just to show you what we can do. What I suggest, we're not going to hide this. What I suggest, with a lot of people are worried about oils. So oil, especially especially if you've got oily skin. So oil on oil actually balances. So it won't make your skin oily, but it will leave it dewy. If you don't like that dewy look, you can apply this serum to your skin when it's damp. When it's damp, you wait and let it absorb into the skin, and then you pop your colour on. Then you can take your hair down and you're good to go. I'm going to do a demonstration with the serum, with different shades of serum and different tones. Sometimes I do half the face and I do half. No, I'm going to do a full face because I wouldn't be able to match it up then. So I'm going to do a full. Yeah, if you sit down there, and this is basically my routine of the morning. It's going to take a lot longer now, but it normally takes me 2 minutes. So you've got quite similar skin tone to me. I'm going to use the darker one on you, even though you've got a sallow skin tone. I'm going to show you the colours first, actually, because you'll all be afraid when you see the colours. But do not be afraid. So this is all natural. This will literally, in fact, let me give you all a demonstration. You just put it into the back of your hands and rub it in and just see the little glow. And it's not just a girl boy. This is just the natural. We do have one specifically for men, moisturiser specifically for men. Yeah. Then, yeah, so the essential oils in there were all created for anti-aging. Yeah, so we've got essential oils. So the essential oils in there are frankincense, which is really good for the ground, and jasmine, rose, neroli, which are amazing for anti-aging, and then ylang ylang, which is a natural mood enhancer. So the whole purpose of the smells were to uplift. So I want people to smell it, put it on the face and feel good, and then the smell remind them of how you felt. Then we have the darker. That's the one who's really pale. I'm pretty pale. Okay, I'm gonna test the darker and deeper on your skin. Do you mind coming up here? Just because I'm gonna put it on the back of the hand. So I'm gonna do the darker on one hand and the deeper on another. So this is quite a lot. So it doesn't look too, and I like to blend this into the neck, as you would do if you were wearing a false tan. So it doesn't change much. But yeah, so if you just put your hands up, so you can see a slight difference, and then the astaxanthin gives it that glow, that healthy look. Then the deeper, here. So we'll use your other hands, and actually we'll use the same hands. So this is really, so the thought of putting that on your face, you probably want to run away, but I'm going to put a little extra on. It's really colour adaptable, you can put whatever skin tone you have, it does it down.
Feels nice as well. Feels like nourishing.
Yeah, so we've got what am I going to do? Jojoba oil, rosehip oil, coconut oil, jojoba wax, so the wax really seals in all the goodness and makes it feel nice and silky.
Yeah, because it dries really.
Quite silky, isn't it? It's not greasy.
It's not oily.
So if you can see the difference in the colour. Okay, yeah.
Is this what you did? Yeah, is this what you wear? Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do a demonstration. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to do a demonstration on what I will do really quickly for makeup. I use glow. So we have a shimmer range too. So we have bronze, and then we have pink and gold. If I want to look like I've got makeup on, I mix the darker with a bit of the bronze shimmer. It gives it more of a foundation base. So would you like me to demonstrate with shimmer or without? With the shimmer. With the shimmer. It's so good after all. Don't worry, hands are clean. I'm going to use my hands as a. This is what I do. I want to just show you that you don't need makeup brushes. I'm really lazy. I'm going to put 5 drops in there, which is probably too much, but I just want to make sure it runs out. And then 2 2 drops of the shimmer, and then I mix it together, and it's going to look pretty. I actually put it over the eye area too. I'm going to give you a picture here. This way. Again, if you don't want that dewy effect, apply it to your skin while your skin is done. I take it into the ears. I don't do this to myself anymore.
I'm feeling like it's fun that's been done to me. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's lovely.
Yeah, it just needs to change.
And then, what colour blush would you normally wear? Would you ever wear pink?
Sometimes.
Pink was never a colour I would wear. But I quite like pink on. I'm going to show you the pink on the cheeks now. This is really potent, so you literally need, start with 1 drop between 2 cheeks, or you're all on one side. So the lunas are the same base as the serum for your face, so you're still getting the benefits of all the essential oils. I'm not a makeup artist, by the way, so this is not very perfect. So we just see, I don't know, can you see that pink? That was 1 drop between 2 cheeks, so it does last a really long time. If I was not being lazy, I would use glasses. I can't say. Is that bronze? Yeah. Okay, so the bronze again. Fine, I'm going to use gold. And then again, just use 1 drop. And then we can highlight the. And then also I mix and match with the bronze. So you've had the bronze to the eye, gold on there, bottom right. Just have a bit of bronze. Yeah, you can put the gold just on the brow there. You probably do a much better job than I would, but you get what I mean, don't you?
I'm sure I look like you got this.
And then you can, and then you can actually apply it to your lips too. What I tend to do with the gold is I get a cotton bud and I'll take the cotton off the end, dip it in, and then you do your cupid's bow. Just go around and then just dab it in, and it gives you a bit of a pout. A bit of a pout if you like pout. So that's basically the daytime mood stuff. So the night that we have a sleep oil, aren't we? So our sleep oil is this is actually my favourite. So I use this overnight again. I'll apply it to damp skin if I don't want it to be oily, or if you've got really dry skin. It's like it absorbs lovely, especially if you're having menopause moments. This has got jasmine, rose, neroli in for the anti-aging, but then geranium and lavender, which really helps balance our hormones. So we all know our skin is the largest organ, isn't it? It absorbs absolutely everything we put on it. Hence, again, patches for cigarettes, patches for menopause, patches because we take in absolutely everything. So a lot of my customers say it helps them sleep. That's not what it's for. It's a serum to go to wear at night, but a lot of people do say it helps sleep. And men really like this one because there's no tint. Which hand did I use earlier? We do the other one.
That's the other one.
That's the other one. So you can have this or this. And you do let sorry. You do wake with a nice glow the following morning. James is so nice. And this is also really nice for beards. Well, men, not ladies. And all the serum that we have, the serum that I created, I had a few customers, a few people who have the fear of oil. So what I decided to do was make the serum into a moisturiser, the same qualities, and add avocado butter to it, which is amazing for all skin types. It's really anti-aging, and it gives the moisturiser a really creamy feel. So we have two shades. I'm going to go, I'll give you all. So again, darker. I'm going. Look at how I use it. Darker, deeper. Some customers do like to use the natural serum and then the darker moisturiser on top. If you've got really dry skin, you actually don't need to do that. You know, you don't need to. I shouldn't be saying that. I should be saying, yeah, you need to layer up and buy it all, but you don't. You actually don't need to because of the waxes in the serum. It really feeds the skin. But if you choose one or the other, or to go for both, I'll just let you have a little feel of the consistency of it. This is the natural, and then this is the dark. I'll put it next to it. Darker. I don't know whether you want to try any tinted. So that's the darker. And then the natural. So just really feeling the creaminess of it. Well, I'm going to show you the body oil on my legs. I didn't put any on because my leg. I'm going to put one. So we have the natural body oil. So this has got a bit of avocado butter in it too, so it's not. It stops it from feeling so oily. You can pop that into your bath if you want, or do as I do. I get out of the shower while I'm wet. I just swim my body in it, wrap it in a towel, and let it soak in, and it leaves a really, really lovely silky feel to your body. It doesn't leave any oily residue. Then we've tinted the bronze. We've just added a bit more astaxanthin and some bronze mica. So I'll do it on my leg. Everything you see with the tints, the lip balm, everything is all tinted with astaxanthin. So I'm just gonna. I should remind me to do my other leg before I leave. And it will. So again, I apply it usually with a little bit of
Is that's the moisturiser?
that's the body oil, that's that one.
So is that just classed as a proper
It's just
bronzer, or is it classed as a moisturiser?
no, it's a moisturiser, it's into body oil.
Wow.
So you can see. I probably put a little bit too much on there, so like flamingo. But it's just a wash off, so you can literally put it all over your body and then you need to wipe off your hands. And then if you can see the lip balm, so if I put mine on, again we've got a natural tint which looks a little bit like the Elizabeth Arden tint, which is really, it's good for night time or good for men. use it when I would tint to the lips. And then the, you can see the darkness of it, and then so we've got peppermint in this one, and it really does like sit on the lips and lasts for quite a while, doesn't it?
Yeah, it feels really good.
Yeah, the feedback on the lip balms are really, really good. And then on top of that, we've got Bakuchiol. Does anyone know about retinol? Okay, so retinol can be quite harsh on the skin. It does the job, but then it can damage the layers of the skin. And there's a plant called Bakuchiol, which is the natural retinol, which feeds your skin with vitamin A. We came up with this one, which is really, really light, amazing to use at night time. We combine it with our Glow to Sleep. If you've got like skin conditions, any problems with like hormonal acne or anything, it can really help calm it down. That's a great addition. And then our collagen booster is the same to use in the morning before your serum if you wish to. But again, I'm all about stripping back and keeping it simple. It's just what we've just created what our customers wanted. I do use both of them. Well, I've got to, I'm like, I'm going to try them and say it works. But if you didn't want to wear the serum, you could wear the collagen or the Bakuchiol and then put your regular products onto your skin. And the last thing that we've just recently created was a soap bar. So many people wanted me to do a shower gel. But it was so difficult doing it without a preservative. You need to put some kind of, there are natural preservatives, we can use that, and even rosemary oil is a natural preservative, but there was a lot to go into it, so we came up with the soap bar, which is okay for individual use. And it's basically just shea butter, coconut oil and olive oil with lemon and lime essential oil and rose and geranium essential oil, and then we've got one that's unscented for anyone who needs to stay away from any kind of scents. They actually last too long. I'm going to make them smaller. They last for a good couple of months. We travelled around Peru with mine, didn't we? Yeah, we travelled around Peru, and I think it's not long run out, and that was back in November. I think that I showed, I should have done that before. Does anyone want a little demonstration on cupping therapy? Who hasn't got makeup on? Has anyone not got makeup on? No? Okay, have you heard of cupping facial cups? So, I add this into my routine when I'm not being extremely lazy. So these suction cups lift the skin from the face and the bone, and then it allows the blood to flow through. So you have, exactly, it's exactly like cupping therapy, but you don't leave the cups on you, otherwise you can have a load of bruises. But you have, if you have puffy eyes, it helps to drain. So if you have puffy eyes, you can use them of a morning and just take under the eye and just drain here through your lymphatic drainage here. Just take it down, and it helps. But it also creates plumpness. It's not, permanent. But you can literally plump your face up. It can plump your face for a good few hours, and it's really good for drainage, which then helps your face look a lot clear. You have really clear complexion afterwards. It feels really nice. You can look on YouTube how to, you just literally with a plain oil. I wouldn't use the serum because it's too expensive, but you can just move up in an upward motion. It's really anti-aging. It's like a workout for your skin and your blood. It's helping your blood flow. Because any blood that's stagnant flow. So not all people with shadows under their eyes, because that can be due to like kidneys, liver. It can be hereditary tiredness, but sometimes it's stagnant blood. We just need to give it room, lift it to help the blood flow. Once we flow and flush, you've got like lymphatic drainage here. Take it down the neck, and then it'll feel amazing going down the neck. I like to use it now up the neck, trying to plump it out as our neck gets a little bit wrinkly as we're getting older. It's just like a great little quick fix anti-aging tool that'll really plump your face up when you're at a certain age. That's something you're not doing either. I think that's it. Oh, and last but not least, I do have a men's moisturiser. Because we have a lot of men using our products, and I think that the essential oils are quite feminine. I think they're quite girly. So we created a cream-based moisturiser for the men, which I love. It's really, really lovely. Oh, and this is actually my favourite. If I met a man who was smelling of that, I'd be like, oh, great. It's not that I'm going to say that to anyone. But like, actually, this is all essential. Can you smell it? Smell it?
No.
Right, we might have done this one, made this one for someone who's got an essential oil, who's allergic to essential oils. So I'll let you feel it, but it's got carotid oil and Australian sandalwood, and it's the Australian sandalwood that gives it that lovely manly smell. But I'll let you try it. This is what you can. It's really nice. Oh God, that might be a bit much. Sorry, James. You can rub that right over your head as well. Do you want some more? Oh yes, right. I won't put it in your Sorry?
Is it last 10 days? Should we go for 10 days?
You're amazing. You've got really short skin. Look, Jane, go out. Look, both of you. Do you need a little bit more? Oh, I wish I'd brought the other one, sorry.
James has one.
James has one. It does smell delightful. And that's it, I think. Yeah, that's it. So feel free to come and play around with the testers here at the front.